play hard, grind hard, stay hard, no we stay out, make your way out, but I just can't stop, won't stop hustling, but I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, whipping work, hallelujah. It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Stars BMF. If you didn't see it, you need to get on demand so you can get in the loop quicker. And listen, I'm old, man. I gotta be up in the morning, so I had to watch it early so I could do this review, and then I'm taking my old ass to bed. So listen, BMF. Sorry, I'm trying to get my notes and shit together. All right, listen, BMF Star is a true story based on, well, I guess loosely based on the real lives of Terry Southwest T. Flannery and Demetrius Big Meech Flannery. Big Meech is more noticeable being down with or associated with Jeezy. Obviously, Rick Ross did a song about him. And just partying in Atlanta, man, living it up. Came up in Detroit together. Started in they started originally in the mid 1980s, but BMF itself, I guess, formed in 89, and that's what they ran with ever since. 2000, I think the brothers had like a split. Terry went to LA to do his thing, and then Big Meech, I believe, remained in Atlanta. And then 2005, it all came crashing down when they got knocked. So listen, premiere stars Lil Meech, who was portraying his dad, Big Meech, just a younger version of him. Stars, I don't know the other guy who plays Terry, Big Terry. But this episode was action packed, man. It had a who's who a cast of celebrities in there, and I liked it. Listen, it starts off, you get Big Meech and T. They're having a little altercation with, I guess, some guys on the rival side of town. Actually, it starts off with them being younger and a fascination for wanting things at an early age. And you see Will Harris's character play up, and I guess he's this kingpin, and he takes Meech at an early age. And Terry wants to go, and he's like, no, you can't go. But then he winds up letting Terry go anyway. And I guess they got groomed at an early age. They were working for Wood Harris, is I guess just slinging on the corner. Then they eventually graduated to where they start buying weight, and they had guys working for them. That's just how shit works. So we see them as they get older. They're in high school, and they got a whole operation going. We find out that Meech has actually dropped out of school. Terry is still in school, and he's a straight-A student. Very smart. They have an issue with a rival gang who wants territory that was vacated, vacated, and then they stepped in. But then when they see how profitable it was, they said they wanted it back. This is typical nigga shit. So they go into this arena. Terry links up with a white boy that gets him a pistol. They confront these guys, and unbeknownst to Meech, he didn't know Terry was getting a pistol. But anyway, they meet up with these guys, and they like, yo, listen. Meech tries to be diplomatic about the situation. Like, listen, we could do this. And they like, listen, nah, we ain't making no bargain. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all stepping the fuck off, or is that? And I'm like, man, these motherfuckers ain't got no kind of no diplomatic resolution. It's just my way or the highway. So they talking greasy to each other. Terry pulls out the pistol, and Meech is like, yo, what are you doing? Like, and they know Terry ain't about that life. They're like, man, you gonna use it? Is you gonna use it? And Terry ain't going. Terry is about to, but Meech was like, yo, chill. And they wind up Meech was like, you know what? You can have it. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh, this is Big Meech right here? This is the guy? Like, this is him? Like, he ain't even about that action. And you learn that throughout the episode. Like, is a lot of just fucking just kind of like pushovers, kind of, you know? But that's how it is in the game. When you the dude getting money, you're not really the killer. You ain't the tough guy. You the dude that get the money. So you hire people that be the tough guy for you. Or if you don't do that, you eventually will become the tough guy if people keep fucking with you. So you'll become a shooter. You'll have to become a shooter because you don't want nobody impeding on what you're doing. And sometimes if you want to get a shooter down with you, they got to know that you shoot too. You know what I'm saying? Shooters respect shooters. So listen, We know you. I know you still a shooter. Like, I'm still a shooter, but I'd rather hire you to handle that so I can focus more on this. That's just how it is in the streets. But but I'm like, damn, these niggas getting pushed over and shit. So we learn about this new character. He's the antagonist of the show, Lamar. He gets out of jail or a mental house, and he is you see him walk in a restaurant, and he's fucking terrorizing this manager that works there. I feel bad for the guy. And he's like, listen, it's a new sheriff in town, yada, yada, yada. Things need to go back to the old way or it ain't going to be no way or some shit. I don't know what he was. Because there was no context. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? And he like, everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody just like looking and shit. You see the one nigga's, the other crew laughing in there. And you like, who the fuck is this guy? And then you come to line to find out that Meech is actually fucking this dude's baby mom or supposed baby mom. Come to find out the kid ain't his. And it was Cash Down. Yes, the rapper Cash Down. Ice me out. Ice me out. Who recently just announced she was pregnant by my boy Tracy T. Shout out to Tracy T. That's my guy. And yeah. So anyway, we get introduced to her. She's actually riding that magic stick. She is like putting our all into it. And we get a glimpse of them tatas. Did y'all see them tatas? I'm trying to talk crazy. Did y'all see them tatas? Those were some nice tatas. Cashed out. You got some nice tatas. Anyway, yeah. So right after she gets off the magic stick, and she offered to get the man a hot rag. I'm like, oh, she got the hot rag. This dude comes to the door, simping like, yeah, I want to see my daughter. And she like, nigga, that's not your daughter. He's just trying to get that old thing back. But anyway, he waits outside and he sees Meech coming out the house. And he fucking like starts flooring it to run Meech over. I was like, oh, it's over for Meech. And he like side swipes him a little bit. Meech gets up. He like, next, stay away from my girl, nigga. Next time ain't gonna miss and shit. And he pull off and Meech like, yeah, all right, nigga. I'm like, oh shit. Now prior to this, they got a warning from Wood Harris's character, the Kingpin, about this dude. They was like, yo, such and such out. And they was like, man, we ain't scared of him. And he like, all right, man, this nigga crazy. Y'all better like, even Will Harris, he a kingman. He like, yo, you watch out for this nigga. This nigga's nuts. And it's crazy. Now let's talk about the home life. Now these dudes, and it's normally like this. People were like, yo, why they had to go to the streets or whatever. Because listen, they come from a 2-parent household, but you got 2 parents that's struggling. The mom doesn't work. I believe just the dad works. You know, that's traditional. That's how a lot of people. That's how that first wave feminism was. It was just the father was the bread giver, and the mom just kind of chilled and stayed at home. But the mom is she's managing the money, and you know, she has to pay for other things. She got to manage this money the best way she can. I don't know if she's getting stamps or whatnot, but she's like, yo, I gotta buy this, and this. I guess she was late on the mortgage. So these boys is hustling. They offering to help out, but the people, like the parents know they hustling, but they just like they refusing to take their money because it's drug money. And the dad's kind of like a strict dad, just an old traditional. Remind me of my grandfather. He's a strict dude, and he's but they live a nice family. Like they eat dinner together. We find out that Terry has a kid on the way. He's also still currently in school. He didn't drop out. He's getting straight A's like I spoke about before. And they just live in a nice household. The dad doesn't allow them to wear their chains at the table. And he has some kind of disdain for Meech. I don't know if because Meech is the oldest or he was just the more rambunctious one. But he looks at Terry kind of like the innocent one, when it's Terry really is the one who is kind of like getting them into trouble and shit. So the gun they had from the stadium, Terry brings it home, and Meech tells him like, yo, why you got a gun in the house, man? This is how green they is. They is just like, they super respectful. Their parents are like, yo, why you bring that in the house? And he puts it right in the drawer. The mom finds it, and they automatically assume it's Meech's gun. Have a sit down with him, kick them out. And I thought Terry was going to step up and be like, man, no, that's my gun. And he didn't. So it's it's a lot of conflict in the household, you know what I'm saying? But Terry's like, Meech is like, man, I got the money to pay for this, and the dad didn't want the money. He swung off on his pops. Pops had to show him, like, yoke him up. Like, nigga, you try to swing off on me again, nigga. Like, it'll be the last time and shit. He's still, he's still Papa. Still show me my respect. I don't care how much money you getting. And so it's some kind of dysfunction in the house, but at the same time, this is how it is when you growing up in households like this, and it's like, I want to say that the parents can't provide, but it's just they only limited. And you know, when you young and you in Detroit or you in the streets and you just want fly shit, you want nice shit, you're not really trying to go the route your parents way. You're trying to get some quick, fast money so you could be fly and do what the fuck you do. They decide to start some new territory in like a fucking apartment complex, or not, like a park or some shit. And this lady, I guess she's like the truant officer or some concern. And she's like, yo, y'all can't be here, blah, blah, blah. He get the coach. He get the coach to fucking threaten the lady. Like, I'm going to plant this on your son if you don't mind your fucking business. So they wind up getting this new territory. Did y'all see Lil Zane? Did y'all see? I said, look at Lil Zane. I ain't seen Lil Zane in years. Lil Zane got a roll with the high top fade and all. I said, yeah, that's what's up, Zane. Zane, I'm sorry, I don't mean call you Lil Zane. It's Zane now. I know you a grown ass man now. But yeah, that was nice, man. Shout out to Zane, man. He getting roles and shit. Yeah, it's good to see him back out in the spotlight, man. So I like the cameos they got in here, because it's like actors we know, but we might not know their name. Like the coach was like somebody we knew. Like I saw him in a Tyler Perry movie a while ago. Like I'm like, yo, I know him. I don't know your name, but I know you, dog. So that was dope. We see that the brothers actually want to expand. They're ready. This new operation is going as planned. One of their workers decides, that's what they call themselves, the 50 bag boys or some shit like that. What the fuck? Post it in the comments. I told you I'm old. I forget things. The 50 something boys. 50 bag boys or some shit like that. So homegirl got us. She like, listen, product wasn't selling. I ran a rainy day special, half off. The other workers is complaining. It's actually a brilliant idea, but it wasn't what they told her to do. So they had to kind of like chastise her a little bit. But he like, yo, when we do that, he's like, well, our name is this for a reason. But you're like, yo, that's not working. We gotta do this with the work. So we see them actually go cook up some more work. They don't step on it as much, make it a little more pure. And first thing I was like, yo, they about to get caught. Is they at their mama house cooking crack? I know they not at mama house cooking crack. Yes, they was. And to come to find out, the lady whose son it is, I think her son worked for them, if I'm not mistaken. He was a dude rapping in the kitchen when they was rapping One DMC, cooking the crack. I think that's her son, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. But anyway, they cooking the work and business is booming, and they want to step up to a brick now. So it's this big party that the plug, who is Wood Harris, is having, and they all go to it, and it's just classic Detroit player shit. This is when I embody Detroit, or the term Detroit player, this is what I embody and envision is this. Full minks on, everybody got their Cartiers on, jewelry on, just fly as fuck, player shit. Detroit player, that's where the terms come from. Look at that party. That is the example of Detroit players. When Biggie said, please to, what did he say? What he said, peace to my Detroit players. Think Pink Gators. To my hooligans in Brooklyn. Come on, man. Yeah, that's a Detroit player, man. So everybody's here though. Fucking everybody. Cashed out, his character, the fucking oppositions. Terry gets into it with this dude in school who is lame as hell, dude. He can't mention the fact Terry had a kid on the way. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that's super lame. Like, bro, just focus on why are you worried about what the fuck I'm doing or what I got going on. I'm like, I wanted a little more context on that situation. Did he used to talk to the girl? Because it's just like, yo, I come to school, I get good grades, I'm fly, I got money, not a bad looking dude. Why the fuck you worried about me? It just had to be like some jealousy shit. So Terry about to go off in his ass. And I noticed that Terry ain't really feared and respected like Meech is. Terry is more the smart one. Meech is kind of like the gangster, but Meech ain't really about the life for real. But he gives off the persona that he is. At least not yet. I don't want to say he ain't, but at least not yet. And they meet these guys at this party, and they get into it with Terry, and Meech comes over and they get shook like, man, no, we good. We don't want no problems. And I'm like, ooh. We see Lala in there. Lala is in every show. Kudos to her. She in every show. She just comes over there and she always playing somebody, trying to be with somebody else's man. Lala, you just better stop that, Lala. But she's cool with somebody Wood Harris's character is cool with his friends. And listen, we see they have a conversation outside with Wood Harris, and they want to graduate, they want to get a brick. And you see Wood Harris's face like man, y'all gotta take baby steps, yada yada yada. Y'all gotta slow down. And like they like, yo, what the fuck you like? What do you mean? Like that's we in the game for to get money and move up. And you can see he was kind of hating a little bit because he don't have that kind of work to supply. Like, yo, I just gave y'all the re-up. And they're like, yo, we been moving our shit. He's like, man, I'm on like God. Yo, listen, what'd he say? He said a God reference or something. He's like, and I'm God, so y'all got to slow down. And he's like, let's not talk shop at my party. I'm like, yo, this nigga's hating. Like, exit him out the picture quick. But that's what they say. You never show nobody, you never show the plug your progression. Like one plug. You got to go to a different plug to buy the bigger shit or whatever you need if you are graduating, and stay buying the same shit from this dude so you don't have him in your business, because then he gonna be hating like he is, you know what I'm saying? And so we see that Terry has his baby in the hospital, family's all excited, yada yada. And if I'm not mistaken, they might have said did they say Meech had a kid? I don't know. I know maybe it's just Terry had a kid. I thought they said Meech had a kid on the way too. I don't know. But anyway, he has the baby, and fucking everybody's there excited. We see they get home in the oh shit, sorry. We see they get at the party though. They approach the kid, Lamar, who's terrorizing everybody. He's at the party too somehow. Watching everything, and the other opposition approach him like, yo, listen, we know you had a block. We know we got your blocks that you used to have. But listen, man, we could use somebody like you on our team. Yada, yada, yada. He drinks the shots, which were theirs apparently, and says something derogatory towards him, like, get the fuck out my face pretty much. So he gonna be a problem. He like that dude in the Wu-Tang Saga that got out of jail and was terrorizing everybody. The fucking big dude that RZA shot. Attila or whatever his name was. So Attila. So he like him. So he gonna be a problem. But dude play a good ass role. From what I hear, he's like a prestige British actor. I don't know if I said that right. Prestige British actor. So he plays a good character. His name is Russell Hornby. So anyway, they're at the house, getting ready. The baby just got home. And Meech and Terry are, I guess supposed to meet the plug. I guess that's what they're implying. Meech calls Terry like, yo, where you at? Yada, yada, yada. Terry like, yo, I'm gonna be on my way. He's like, yo, you can't be late, man. We gotta be on time. She tells Terry she left the baby pacifier in the car. He goes out and gets it, turns around, and all we see is a hand and a gun and a glove, and he gets shots right in his fucking face. I'm like, oh, that had to hurt. So somehow he survived. He must have got shot with a small caliber pistol, because they just showed that shit leaking. That shit was graphic too. I was like, oh man, I didn't know this happened. Yeah, man, he got shot right here. Damn, that's crazy. So I wonder if he lost the eye or something. Who knows? But I don't know, man. I thought it was a good episode. I will say one thing, man. Stars, 50 Cent are nailing these timepieces, man. From the wardrobe to the soundtrack. Kudos, you're doing a great job. I enjoyed it. I didn't know if I would or not, but I did. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think. If it's anything I left out, leave it in the comments below. As always, peace, love, and prosperity. One.